Well, hey there, fellas. That's right. We're gonna do some Quasimorphing and, hello there, shower reasonable place. Yeah, there's been an update to this fine game. Which is, I mean, if I wanted to, you know, describe it in a single sentence, I'd just go with, Space Starcraft, but fun. And, funnily enough, this is a rather experimental build that I've decided to run, and it surprisingly works. There's the part that's kind of fucked up about it. Like, yes, I'm running the mercenary Victoria Boudica. Usually, you would run a setup such as this, Scouts of Hades, because it has it has like very good survivability skills on top of like dodge chances, and on top of this, very nice accuracy bonus. Given that the mercenary Victoria Boudica has a really good range bonus. However, chat, I have decided to run it as a melee unit. That's right. I've decided to run my Merc class that way, and I'm also using a the bonus for tossing knives. But yeah, so last time I've played this one was probably around Christmas, probably around that time. So there hasn't been many happenings, but in the background, the devs have been working on an update which added quite a lot of nice things, such as like a full-on combat log, which is an immense, and I mean an immense, you know, upgrade to to the general, quality of life. It had, the fights are a little more balanced. I'm getting the servo backpack because it will come in handy. Some food, some water. But one of the biggest additions, aside from the new tile sets, was definitely the addition of kind of like, cyborgish implants. Yes, that is very much a thing in this one. Let's disassemble this one. Alright, this is not a bad idea. I'm gonna run... Alright, I can use the short pipe as a building material. If I unload the ammo in here, disassemble this one, reload the nail machine gun, since fortunately I now have a way to... Oh, there we go. We got an enemy. Unfortunately, without any notable parts. Also, there's now a hotkey for completely amputating each and every part of an enemy, which surprisingly has a lot of utility, I came to find. Also, one of the big advantages of using run for melee is that if you are using a melee class, and you're using this one, you can kind of evade the penalty provided by oh, this one's using different ammo. Interesting. But yeah. That's kind of the thing with that. Alright, I'm gonna take that ammo. Lens is currently not useful to me. And don't worry, chat. I'll go catch up in a little bit. You know, for those not playing the home game, I'm running this on a single monitor, so that means whenever I get a, whenever I get a check on something, I have to alt tab. Not too much of a hassle, but I know it kind of under the streamline. So about the convoluted thing, yes. Also for those not in the know, chat. Sean Reasonable Plays here has a little stop motion series, which he calls the convoluted thing. Since I got Astra T type F now, that means I can. Now that means I can start working on season 2, chapter 1. That's nice. That's very nice. Best of luck with that project. Now, let's see. Nothing here. If I recall correctly, this should be a sabotage mission. Also, yes, I can eat all the mids just for fun, but yeah, one quick thing that I gotta do is disarm the barrels. There's no special thingamajigs, which means I should probably book it for that dead entrance. It's been a bit of a hectic week, and it will be an even more hectic one, since I not only have to catch up on the usual, bunch of scripts, I also have additional stuff to tend to, which it's kind of not ideal to say the least, but oh well. Alright. Down to loot all these corpses. Eat the noodles. Disassemble all. Yep, same old, same old. Also, knife. I like the knife tossing thing. It's very fun to do. There's a very good crunch to it whenever you hit something, which is why I do it. Which is why I do it early and often. Even at times when it's not inherently viable, but that's one of my main sources of joy in Nvidia. Not necessarily, doing the practical thing, but doing the fun thing. Because to quote the big Nintendo guy, in spite of my qualms with the company, there was a guy with a very healthy outlook on things. He was like, if it's not fun, why bother? in regards to entertainment. That's a philosophy that I kind of adhere to when playing some games. Like I don't always, you go for the, I guess, efficient or practical option or the meta thing. I'm just like, oh, that's a cool thing I can do. Hell yeah, I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna do that some more. It is very much my MO. It's like, oh, this mobile suit can do this silly thing. I'm gonna keep using it, even though it's not the strongest one. Let's see. I mean, now that the crafting thing has been buffed, I don't need to, it's much easier to make backpacks, so what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna book it for the elevator. Reason I'm doing so is that, if I do so, I'm gonna, save the stuff that I've grabbed thus far, which will go quite a long way. Like, I know there's a mission objective and whatnot, but those hydraulic pumps that I've gotten in this mission are quite elusive, so it would be my best bet to run for the hills, to go on the lam before the house comes in and starts collecting. Since there's anything to learn from the gamblers of the old, the house always wins. Also, let's disarm that barrel. It's if there's a single barrel in here, that means trouble. Always. That's a constant. Like, if you don't... Oh! A load of gold bars. Hell yeah. Alright. I mean, I do not need nails. I mean, I kinda do. They're neat to have on my hands, but at the same time, pile of gold. Alright. Let's just grab the useful stuff. And just like that, I'm increasing my Merc company's affluence. Yeah, finish mission. Go to the spacecraft. See, do I have enough stuff to influence the module? I mean, I'm missing one thing here. One AR thingamajig. Let's see, must be in the cargo hold. Well, now, hydraulic pump. What's the hydraulic pump used in? Hangar. No. Missing one, which kinda makes me upsetty spaghetti. It missing just that little. Yeah, just that much. And that's the circle thing. Should definitely be an upgrade that uses a hydraulic pump. but I simply do not recall which one it was. No matter. It's like it's probably one somewhere, but can't go looking for it right now. Right, that would kind of slow down the stream. So, regardless, that's still the sabotage mission. So, I'll just slap backpack and slap backpack on and get back into the fray. Same old merc, same old knife. Also, yes, I have one. One servo part. Well, it's a servo part, and I can put it anywhere on this person to let's see, what does it do? Weight modifier, ranged accuracy, melee accuracy. But it decreases maximum health and decreases dodge. Oh, good to know. Let's dive in again. I mainly call my that's from Suzanza. I mainly call my story thing convoluted because he called it convoluted first. That's true. Because yeah, for better or worse, there's a lot of things happening there at once. So I was like, yeah, I can't. I can't make out where the thing ends and where the thing begins. So yeah, touche, yeah. Say, Shall Reasonable Place, you said that, well, let's say, if I recall correctly, you had some code related going. Is there any, have there been any developments on that one? I don't know, I'm kind of curious. I know it's a rather daunting thing to start, but it's not. It's not that bad when when you actually start. Hence, I'm curious. You started yet? Even, even with the little steps like, making the hello world function, do other things. Then, figuring out what part of it actually does the text output and making it say silly things. Stuff of that nature. And I'm curious whether there's been any developments on that front. Those are gonna come in handy for sure. Okay, so stabilized wound, arm deep wound. When in doubt, punch him out. But yeah, I've got these lined up. Get some cola. Some stuff from there. Keep on applying rag. But yeah, I've been kind of keeping on. Getting stuff done bit by bit. You know, the regular. Some of which one might consider productive, some might not. Just completely understandable, honestly. Oh, let's see. I'm gonna disassemble that. Just to be on the safe side. That's a really cool flamethrower. However, I know for a fact that if I'm gonna use these two because... Alright. How about I, Oh! Oh, fuck! Okay. Yeah, that's the start of the problem, because if the fire spreads, I'm fucked. However... Okay, knee fracture. Knee fracture no more. Wait for these fuckers to come in. See? This is why I didn't want to stay anywhere near fire. Or anywhere near near open flame, because the more if I do so, I will croak, and I don't want to do that. So just gotta be careful and keep one piece of rag on me just in case, and one piece of water. And now switch to run. I cannot run. That's just great. However, shit. So, step one, fix the fracture, fix the burn, and I can no longer heal up. That don't sound good. Food is unavailable, because of course they ain't. I should probably use that nano stim, just for the sake of healing up. I puked. Well, that sounds about right. Indeed, living with that kind of a fracture. But yeah, unfortunately, they didn't leave any antibiotics, so. Oh, there's a hemostatic, but I can't. Stomach burn and pelvic bone fracture. Heals burns. Let's see, cut wounds, frostbite. Heals burns plus 20%. Let's try rubber. Alright. Problem is, if the infection spreads, I'm kinda screwed. So let's see. Probably gonna keep this one on hand. Unfortunately, if this guy pukes, I'm kind of screwed, because that then makes the character hungry, and I don't want to starve either. So, okay, rubber. Okay. Let's try getting rid of the fracture first. Oh. Okay. See, the downside is that I currently don't have any reliable means of treating that. Can definitely use this thing. Ledger, memory records. Very useful stuff, but unfortunately I have no way to get it stored. Okay, let's run the nano stem. I mean, I'm already pretty scratched up, so if this don't work, I'm gonna need to make a break for it, since yeah, I'm puking all over the place. Oh, there we go. No more wounds. And let's get the hemostatic thing. Alright. Back in business, boys. Back in business. It just so happens that the business in question is organ harvesting. Do not question why. Oh. Okay. Let's do a couple things at a time. First off, increase healing chance, stabilize wound, to slight knee burn. Which, if I stabilize it, should definitely... Oh, management unit. Just like that, we got some useful stuff. Let's see, armor repair kit. I'll come in handy. If new in the chat. Nope. Good. Good. It's a good start of the stream. Oh, bye chat. How's your April been? Given that, it's kinda coming to an end. It's been rather hectic. And the weather's been kind of bipolar, kind of wet. But not a bad month by any stretch of the imagination. It's just a bit of a shame that I couldn't get around to all the things that I wanted to get around to, courtesy of you know, having my IRL schedule behave the way it does. But I digress. It's not as bad as it used to be, and I'd wager it's gonna get better over time. And there might be a chance that I'm gonna be guest starring on some, which for the time being, unless there's like a specified specified date, I'm gonna keep it all under wraps. But all I'll say is that when when stuff starts happening, I'll let y'all know, because I think it's gonna be cool. It's gonna be real nice. Oh fuck! I got a fracture. Just like that. No. I mean, they're burning, so at least there's that. But damn. Alright, need to get another rag. Okay, I wanna try something, extinguish. Oh, yeah, that just pours it out. I guess that's good to know. Alright, let's use plastic to stabilize that wound. There's a bit of a cast. Unfortunately, my ribs are broken, so I cannot do much. I'm gonna eat that canned tuna. I'm gonna eat that. This is a good thing, which I should probably grab along and bring home, but oh, there's one more stash, dang it. Yeah, why? Why must this game hurt me like this? And they didn't even give me any grub. Yeah, well. Hey, B, help me. I've also seen some silliness going on. Apparently, some real sicko from that's working for Vice. The shocker, the site known for for defending cuties, has a real sicko in the staff. Yeah, no shit. But essentially, what happened is that some individual of rather questionable moral fiber had tried to make a hit piece on the Boston Fox, as always. It's like starting to be too much of a pattern. I'd wager it's probably gonna be a nothing burger anyway. It's just gonna be some V-tweeters ring. And how they are the Boston Fox who be Boston Fox who, and nothing's gonna happen. Hopefully. And there we go. We also got useful stuff. With even more useful stuff, and we got a free flamethrower to boot. So that makes me a happy camper. I can definitely go refill these. Alright. Let's see. I'd like to take a peek at what class chips I have. Spaceborne Ghosts, unlocked ship. Unlocked ship, yes. It should be all. Down to finish the mission. Gonna be spacecrafts. And there's new stuff. We got a capsule. We got hanging pods. We got refueling drones. Which means it's gonna cut down on the recharge time, that's a good thing. Fortunately, I need an engineering repair kit and the other one, which I think I should have some items for. See, 9 hours. Let's kind of accelerate this thing so that I can craft stuff. Upgrade additional lines. That's gonna be a good thing. Free printing. Alright, let's upgrade my fabricator. And scavengers. Additional consumables drop after completing missions. Hell yeah. So running a double queue. Very nice. Yeah, we got another stylish little gas mask. Which is pretty badass. And we got makeshift batteries too. That's a very nice thing. Some activated charcoal because they sort out the poisoning, 3 times normal speed. See some shirts. And I guess use these, but let's see, got any bounties? Oh yeah, but I can't get there in time. However, I might as well go there, since, There's probably a bunch of, I mean, there should be a bunch of missions on Jupiter anyway. Because, AT's dead and then in the latest update, so might as well check in there. Check on in there. It's like what's being made there, and I played the solo headhunter thing. Where's the repair kit? Yeah, it's the repair kit. Let's see. They'll come in handy. This gun will come in handy, and let's see what ammo do we have. The totally not 45 ACP. I'm making a bunch of that too. Did we get a red square or what? No. Good. I was worried there for a second. And apparently we got a conquest mission. Might as well. Alright. A cricket pistol. Yeah, why not? I'm throwing that out anyway. But probably a couple things that I should grab. Like, let's see, free bandages, bunch of splints, medical supplies, chimkin noodles, yes. This divide by 5, and divide by 2. Grab that. Yeah, those are gonna be backup for the wounds and infections. Because right now the biggest current problem that would keep killing me would be fire. So, oh yeah, and there's the new tile set, which is really cool. It's the first time of me seeing this. I mean, I did see a couple similar ones, but not this one specifically. It's really well done. Since, you know, feels very derelict, very hostile. Definitely a place where you know, someone would try and film The Aliens by James Cameron. If the spot wasn't taken already. I don't know. Definitely getting vibes from that design, and that's a good thing, you know. Like, this one's supposed to be a sort of an eldritch space horror game, so I mean horror in sense that, well, and as far as the setting is concerned, it's not really, you know, it's terrifying in the way, you know, if you think about, you know, the way the setting is, not necessarily like, you know, you're not really getting Not really getting jump scares per se, but there's admittedly a little bit of the Eldritch, which is nice. You know, it's a very, very cool source from which one gets their inspiration. Oh, there's some more ammo. Hell yeah. Resist fire. This one's against cold, which cold damage is very nasty. So if I get a way to evade it, that's a big plus. Also, it chips from a dumpster. Another big plus. And that's a snazzy looking elevator. Another big plus. There's been a whole lot of hits in this update. I like this update. And I have to say, this game is like nice. Having played it back in December, and also much earlier before getting around to streaming it, it's definitely a fun one. I remember a fellow by the name of, I think, Press Q for Quaff or something, tuning in on my stream and that. Seemed like a pretty chill fellow, so hoping he's doing well. Oh, nice. I got an armor case. That's gonna... That's cool. I can just go in... Go mission management, evacuation... Because, well... Got pretty useful stuff, so... Might as well... Grab the stash early. Hold up. It's an upgrade thing. Engineering. Oh yeah. Have some of that. Guardsman clothing. I don't have those. There's an armory workshop. Alright. And these. Okay, what can I do? Okay. Okay, resist poison. Okay, that's really cool. I can make upgrades for the glory set of armor. Very nice. Awesome. I'm moving that one in there too. Speaking of Quasimorph related stuff, I do recall there being a oh crap, I probably forgot to, yeah, left those medical supplies at the ship. Oh well. Yeah, let's hope nothing bad happens. But I'm guessing something bad will happen. Because that's Quasimorph for you. Um, Speaking of Quasimorph related stuff, I saw there being a video essay for the game. I'm To be honest, it was like it had decently done like production value, as a lot of like essays tend to be, but like, I found myself rather disappointed with the contents of it proper, since since the guy that was making it was seems like he did, you know, come to some sort of a conclusion, and and then just, you know, based on how neat he thought that conclusion was, he then you know, I guess took the premise of his arguing for granted, and I don't think it was a particular logically sound one. It's like, there was a video essay on this one. Because, for those, kind of not playing the home game, the plot of this one is that, basically in some far future, which which will hopefully never reach, a bunch of giant corporations have basically superseded, well, they have kind of made governments themselves redundant via, you know, their consolidation of power, which my guess is that, you know, one of the possible culprits could have been like very heavy lobbying, since it's often what causes such consolidation of power in the first place. But I digress. Oh, fuck. But let's think. Minor wound, self-healing. Deep wound. What is that? Bleeding wound. And rag, yeah. But yeah, where it kind of ran into the area of that silly was, you know, the guy, you know, I think it was kind of smart of the fellow to make a through line of, like, you know, state consolidation of power, you know, and like corporate consolidation, because they're, yeah, they're both not good. However, it unfortunately went a little sideways. I'm not particularly happy about it. It's like in the video, I say the guy blamed, kind of the decentralization for the centralization of things. It's kind of stupid, if you think about it, since, you know, if you introduce a little bit of, rational stuff into the equation, obviously, if you have less red tape, there's probably gonna be more players in sort of the market, and obviously more competition as such. And most of the time, when you have a lobby groups, there usually tends to try and yank the ladder from right behind himself, so that the new players don't get in or have their entry kind of impeded in order to kind of enforce that monopoly. Another point in that video essay that I had found rather contentious, but I digress, was that the guy making that one said something along the lines of, the order that's in a Quasimorph, not being real anarchy, which, yes, that much can be argued, and rightfully so. However, the problem is the guy then, proceeds to fumble, and fumble quite hard, by pulling a no true Scotsman and asserting that any quote-unquote true anarchist is, opposes the sort of the free market system, which is retarded. Like it was a rather. I don't want to knock on the guy too much, the guy who made it, because I'm guessing he's probably some college kid who don't know no better, and it's probably like, it's like, yep, this kind of sounds like something that would work, and then just ends up, shooting himself in the foot, and just because something sounds good enough for him to consider that to be the gospel truth, but yeah, it's not. Ain't that cheap, ain't it? Oh well. Hello, Rogue New Tap. You just got me ranting about video essay people, which it is quite a surprise that I have managed to not become inflammatory, because by and large, I'm not particularly fond of a lot of figures that engage in making video essays, because unfortunately a big chunk of them either aren't particularly good faith, or are a major victim of their own hubris, to put it lightly. But this is one of the cases where I'd probably not, where I would rather not assume malice. Just short-sightedness. Let's see. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Saying goodbye to rust metal. And let's see. Do I know where the elevator is? Does it look like I know where the elevator is? Nope. Can I find the elevator? Of course. But yeah. That's my 2 cents on it. Albeit unsolicited. And again, at any rate, most of my opinions are rather unsolicited, so. No skin off of my back. Oh, there we go. There's the stuff. There's the cool stuff that I can just eat into the capsule. And I'll probably just extract early because I've got a bunch of useful resources. Might as well hop into floor 2 to look for other useful stuff, and then extract if need be. This is an extraction shooter. And the last few times around, I've been doing a little too few extractions. Holy shit! It's sure is a sight. And I can disassemble the guy. Which, I mean, at least I can make meds out of him. You know? I mean, dang it, the fellow that I just happened upon and shot into smithereens, not not the video essay guy. Please don't get the two mixed up. Yeah. Hello. Yeah. Anywho, 5:57. Let us unload all and finish the mission. Spacecraft. There should be you know, that's the clone thing, right? Yep. Alright, that's there's a dodge chances, and you can just customize these ones, which is nice. It's really nice. Medical components not really worth it at the moment. Let me see. Is there anything I've used that could... Of course! Start producing questionable amounts of sorbent. What a beautiful way to do stuff. Yeah, but there's the meds. against bleeding that use human eyes. Because of course. And yeah, there's the gun workshop. I should probably use either knife. And let's see. System map. It was a nice Jupiter map. I think I should probably give it a couple more goes. Mostly because, well, might be a chance I call it early since I've got some uni deadlines in a couple of weeks. But I suppose we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Oh, and right away I got useful chips and rotten meat, which more useful stuff. Damn, I'm just swimming in those resources, ain't I? It's a bit of a quieter stream, I know. Also, I don't want to, retread too much on the essay thing, on the video essay thing, because I don't want to give it too much attention. I think it's silly and rather unserious. But another rather, a silly thing that silly talking point that I saw in it was where the guy making it tried to argue that the use of violence is the use of violence and quote unquote direct solution is kind of the domain of some authoritarian regime, which I would argue is a stupid point to make, since it's like direct solution, self-actualization. I don't think self-actualization is a thing in the domain of the authoritarian. That would be an absolutely dumb point to make. And as such, I am baffled that someone made that point. But, it be how it be. Not getting on anyone's case. Just not mad, disappointed is a more apt word. Let's see. Even more of this. Okay, good, good. Just gotta put these in the trash again. Oh, a huntsman rifle. Nice, nice. More rotten flesh, that's gonna be very useful. Because unlike in Minecraft, it's a rather useful item. Let's see, where's the exit? All I see is items, which is not a good omen. However, best thing I can do is just trade on. Oh! A welding machine, that's a useful thing. I'm gonna grab both and try to extract. Because I keep getting cool things. I don't want to die with them on my person, so. It just so happens they will extract and then extraction shooter. I hope that makes any sense. And that is to say, I'm not doing these early extractions to blue ball each yet. It's just, you know, I want to fast track some upgrades on the ship. And as such, sometimes the longevity, the length of a mission might suffer as a result of that. Thank you for understanding. For one. Second of all, let's eat a chunk of a guy. That's nutritious enough, I guess. Let's see. Okay. Sorry for the weird noise. I know it sounded like, you know, someone who combined the sounds of both constipation and dial-up, but worry not. I am gonna try and extract. Fortunately, I got an infection, which that's no good. It's probably from the consumption of human flesh, which yeah. You know, the simple fact of the matter is that cannibals get prions, and rightfully so. Oh yeah, let's eat some chips. Glass bottle, and there's the oven. Really am silly, ain't I? Here we go. For one, Miami Punch. Second of all, get back to the spacecraft. Hell yeah. Unload all. Not sure what difficulty I have this on, because it's been a bit of a whiplash. Oh well. Because I remember Quasimorph being a bit more brutal, but see. Yeah, but I can get like 3 more, and that just giving me access to this one. Let's see, what's the time? What time are we working with? Oh dang it! It's like 8 more minutes. I can dedicate to it. Yeah, well. So there's one on Jupiter. That's at 24 days. There's the Io, Europa, Ganymede. Speaking of, let's see what trading can I get done. Common item chip. I mean, a faction specific item chip. Yeah, sure. Sure, I'll buy them off of you. I'm not gonna give them that. Quasimorph data, prototype blueprints. Nope, but I got some quite valuable things. Also, thing that I find very funny that it was not mentioned in the quote unquote, video essay was that, one could have just said, how is the regime in the Quasimorph, anarchy of a stupid thing such as intellectual property rights is upheld. That's it's kind of a you know kind of a dead giveaway. But I digress. Not gonna be too snarky of a little shit. I just find it odd that it was not mentioned in the slightest in that one. Yeah, Chad, I don't. To be entirely honest, I don't have particularly high opinion of copyright or intellectual property rights in general, since I am of the belief that it somewhat infringes on what other people can do. It's like, I mean, I can kind of understand, not wanting your work to be replicated and sold by some, Chinese bootlegger, but I think it's stupid to stake an exclusive claim to an idea. On an idea, I mean. Because I think that the presence of these IP monopolies have caused a certain has surely caused a certain amount of cultural stagnation, as a result of such policies, and it is rather regrettable that this The thing like that has not been acknowledged. But, you know, a man can dream. At the very least, I practice what I preach. And as far as this thing goes, like, most of the stuff that I do outside of a some sort of a job that I'm paid for is more or less free to be used. Also, yes, I will actively defend piracy and whatnot, since as a certain Indian pacifist from a Civilization game once said, you know, the best way to make sure an unjust law, you know, ain't the thing no more is pretty much civil disobedience on a large enough scale to the point where you cannot really enforce a thing no more. I suppose that's what I might be shooting for. Oh, like bone fracture, and the fracture's back! And the fracture's back. I've got no plastic and I must... Pain. Let's see... Heals fractures? I mean... sure. Sure, let's use an isolation tape. But yeah, I don't think AP should be upheld. I think that it will take quite a while to you know, see how much the entirety of the human civilization has been gimped by IP as a whole, but you know. Until then, I can sit on my chair and flip the bird in the general direction of the people that I think are perpetuating the wrongs and that I think are wrongs. But well, remaining to kill targets 1. Yeah, there should be an enemy over here, but first of all, I'm gonna get rid of these. The barrel, yeah. and eat a bunch of pills. Oh no, I'm at the stage of the infection where it's dealing damage to me. Dang it. Dang it. Well. I mean, I can always just outlast it. But can I really, survive that many turns? That's the question. It's like, will I starve or will I croak by some other crooked way? Oh well, we shall never know. Okay, spacecraft operators. Okay, still in that ship. I just don't have my stuff no more. That's perfectly fine. I can just grab a knife and regain it back, but yeah, well. Anyway, it's 6:33. I think I'm gonna call it early, so I'd like to thank you, the chat, you the people who lurk, you the people who you know, watch stuff, you the people who who tune into the VODs. All of you. Thanks! And until next time, this has been the Shirt Lad, signing out. Later.